do harm to another. First, if large countries want to intimidate or even invade smaller countries, it won't able to trade since the small country will have the power to fight back. The example, the Russian invasion of Georgia in 2008 would likely never have occurred, as Russia would have thought twice as when considering the potential loss of several cities for an exchange of small piece of Georgian territory. And then countries will only use nuclear weapon really essential threat. Every country behave rationally before will behave rationally before. Maybe that's from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now we will proceed with the first speaker of the negative team from SMKN 11 Bandung A. Please proceed with your speech.
Halo, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wilman Prasetyo, and I'm the first speaker of this team. So, this house believes that every country should be allowed to have their own nuclear weapons. First, we need to know what is nuclear weapons. Nuclear weapons is an explosive device that bursts its destructive forms nuclear reactions, either from fission bombs or a combination of fission and thermonuclear weapon. So in my opinion, I think nuclear weapons have more negative effects on the country that use it. Because I think nuclear weapons will bring distrust among another country. Because the nuclear weapon have negative values. So, for example, the United States struck their nuclear weapon to Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan, and that's caused so damage that so destructive, so that can kill many people. Not just that, nuclear weapons continue to present a real and present danger to humanity and other life on Earth. And in the next is facing the security of one's country and the threat to kill tens of millions of innocent people, perhaps billions, and risking the destruction of civilization has no moral justification and deserves the strongest condemnation. And it will not be possible to prevent proliferation of nuclear weapons without fulfilling existing illegal obligation for total nuclear disarmament. And putting the world on track for eliminating the existential threat faced by nuclear weapon will require new ways of thinking about this overarching danger to present and future generations. So I think the nuclear weapons bring more negative effect. How many people that dies, innocent people who dies because nuclear weapons, and yeah, they are innocent. So yeah, I think nuclear weapon bring negative effects. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Become one of the most developed countries. Statement dulu yang tadi. Statement dulu. Enggak, di debat dulu. Can I start? Excuse me, Mr. Rofi. Mr. Rofi. Miss Media. Rofi. Excuse me. news media.
Can you
Lofi, media.
I think we should go to the next one.
I can hear you.
Go to Bandung 11
We can move to the second speaker.
of the
Or do you want
11 Bandung.
Do you want us to give a comment?
No.
So move to the second speaker of the SNKN 13 Bandung.
11 Bandung 11.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Gustami. I'm the second speaker from 13 Vocational High School. I'm not disagree with the first speaker for 11 High School Bandung. That was say the nuclear weapon. Japan have a nuclear weapon act of the United States. This nuclear weapon to bomb two city of Japan, right? Hiroshima and Nagasaki. He would say there's so many negative effects from it, but I'm disagree with that. In fact, United States is become one of the followers of Japan who has been bombed by United States is become to developed country, right? Not just have so many negative effects. And now I will say what my statement. Nuclear weapons serve to diffuse international conflict and force compromise. Nuclear weapon created a stability described in the mutual assured destruction or MAD. Countries with nuclear weapons have no incentive to engage in open military conflict with another country. All recognize that they will suffer destruction if they are chosen to involve in war. If countries have weapons, fighting becomes too costly. These deserve to diffuse conflict and reduce the outbreak of war. I think that's all.
เห็นหน้างงๆสนุกดีนะ
Your name is Gustami?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, finish?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, go to
Okay, let's go to the second one from SNK in 11 Bandung.
Yang tadi.
Okay, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
First of all, I don't really get what SMK and Jordan said because the audio is too soft. Okay, but what I get is you said that nuclear weapons have good effects to people in the country, but you know, a nuclear weapons is not always really good to them because if you think, what if there is a fail in the test, there's an explosion, because you know nuclear weapon can be a million times more dangerous than conventional weapon, like the explosion, the energy, temperature, light, and etc. Like you know, it could cause like blast thermal radiation from ionizing radiation, and then there's kind of a fallout that falls to Earth after the explosion. What is fallout? Fallout is radioactive particles that fall to Earth. It's really small and probably it could contain to the air that we breathe. It could, you know, in a lot of cases, it could cause
dead. A lot of people dead because of an explosion of nuclear weapon. And then, like you said, it could protect the children, but if we just see what's really behind it, it could also affect the kids, like mental breakdown, like it could ruin their childhood. And then the other side, um, nuclear weapon can also affect, can also cause a genetical mutation. Like in Japan, there's genetical mutation of rabbit. So the rabbit like lose their ears, and then the bad effects of nuclear weapon also happened in Ukraine about April 1986. It caused a lot of trouble, a lot of issues like cancer, like a lot of death, people, innocent people, and then I think the the nuclear weapon is not really as good as you think. So this house is not allowed to have weapon, to have nuclear weapon in that country. Um, Besides that, nuclear weapon can also, I mean, the effect of the explosion of nuclear weapon can also damage the brain cells, cause infection and like that. And also, a little nuclear can destroy a big city or even a small country. It could destroy everything. Like when there's explosion, it could destroy everything. So I think nuclear weapon is not have to allow in the country. I think it's all.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Yomi. Right? Yeah. So let's go to the last one of the SNK in 13 Bandung.
Okay, can I start it?
Then Bandung 1, Bandung 7, Bandung 13.
Can I start it? Yes, of course. Please, but please speak louder as we cannot hear you that good. Okay. Firstly, I will introduce myself. My name is Arif Wibisono. I'm the third speaker from 13 Vocational High School. And I, as the third speaker, will summarize the first.
Sorry, could you please speak louder?
Okay.
Mr. Alif?
Okay. Firstly, let me introduce myself. My name is Arif Wibisono. I'm the third speaker of 13 Vocational High School, and I will summarize the first and second speaker statement. So, I will start it. Yes. Is it clear enough? Hello? Is it clear enough?
Pardon?
Okay, it's clear. Okay.
Okay, I hear you.
Okay. The first and second speaker, I can conclude that the nuclear weapon. Okay, I will summarize the first and second speaker. The main is the nuclear weapon creates stability, and so we can think that if we have the nuclear weapon, all of the countries that have the nuclear weapons will think twice if they want to start a war, because if they start a war, it will occur many destructions, like many innocent people die, and they will they will spend more money, or the war or the fighting becomes too costly. If the country will think twice if they want to start a war. The example is the conflict between India and Pakistan. Based on CNN News, conflict between India and Pakistan was diffused by the acquisitions of nuclear weapons by both sides. Before they obtained nuclear weapons, they fought three wars that claimed millions of lives. Although the relationships between the two countries is still tense, but they never involved in open war. So, on the cases, the two countries, India and Pakistan, will have stopped open a war because they have the nuclear weapons and they think twice if they begin a war. The next is I will summarize the second speaker statement about Japan country. Okay, as we know, Japan was bombed by United States, and as we know, Japan was very destroyed by that bomb, but we can see right now that Japan becomes the one of the most developed country because they think if they are in history they're but they are think again that they have been motivated to make their country becomes the developed country because they want they, they do not want to repeat the history twice. Okay, and if we have the nuclear weapons, so Indonesia will gain more defense based on the bombastis.com. If we have the nuclear weapons, the defense of Indonesia will gain stronger. And next, USA or other countries will afraid if they want to start war. Next, if we have the nuclear weapons, it will becomes more stronger power in Asia, in Southeast Asia. And next, the nuclear weapon will create stability. Okay, thank you. That's all from me.
Affirmation.
Okay, thank you from Mr. Ari. So let's go to the last one of the SNK in 11 Bandung. Please.
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
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 Uh,
Yes.
yes. Okay. My name is Rita, and I'm a third speaker from this team. Why we disagree about the motion? Because I want to add some arguments from my friends. Nuclear weapon is so dangerous for human life, and nuclear gives so many bad effects for human life and for other creatures. For example, blast, thermal radiation, and bronch-ionizing radiation cause significant destruction within second ordinates of a nuclear detonation. The delay effect include damage over and extended period ranging from hours to years. Besides that, nuclear had some long-term effects like cataract induction. The time span for developing distinction range from 6 months to 30 years to develop, but the median time for developing them is just 2 until 3 years. The second one is cancer. Cancer induction is the most significant long-term risk of exposure to a nuclear bomb.
Like the same point as the second one, right? Let's start with
One out of every
She made a summary from her friends.
will, 1 out of 80 people will die from cancer, in addition to the normal rate of 20 out of 80. And nuclear effect can, can cause cancer infection. The last is blood disorders. And according to Japanese data, there was an increase in anemia among persons exposed to the bomb. So, long after the effects of radiation have subsided, radiation damage continues to produce a wide range of physical problems, effects including leukemia, cancer, and many other appear 2, 3, even 10 years later. That's all for me. Thank you.
Anyone has your own reason about the nuclear bomb, right? So let's give the time for the committee to analyze the score. Maybe I will come back within 5 minutes, right? Okay. Take your time. Please select siapa yang siapa ya?
Mr. Ravi, we're from SMO and Magetan. In Channel 2, we found out that SMK and 11 Bandung Bay already entered the channel. Mr. Ravi, what we have to do?
Sorry, who is speaking?
SMK and 11 Bandung is there.
Yeah, they're already in Channel 2.
But they cannot hear us, Ravi.
Yeah.
Karena yang diurus yang
มุกถามโรฟี่ดีกว่าว่าต้องให้เราทำอะไรไหนก็รวมคะแนนไปก่อน
Now the committee is analyze the score. Lofi, you here? Lofi,
another chamber
media, you hear me?
yes, fine.
Yes, fine. Lofi. Where is Mr. Lofi?
What next Lofi What is the next Okay, wait for a moment.
Okay, for chamber 2, please begin right now, okay? Please proceed without me. I'm pretty sure you already know what to do, okay? Okay. For wait, I will leave the room. Okay, am I speaking to chamber 1 right now? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, for the educators of chamber 1, please take your time to discuss who's the winner. We will give you the time of 5 minutes to discuss which is better compared to which. And please prepare your constructive feedback toward the students as well. So after this, you will have to explain why you are giving the winning over the other team, as well as which arguments do you think can develop better. Basically, your input toward both of the team. Okay? Is that clear for the educators of chamber 1?
Sounds like more positive.
So it's time to announce the score, Mr. Rocky, for the first round. Mr. Rocky, are you here?
เราโกเฮกันเลยอย่างมันเป็นมาดูแล้วมุกจะอธิบายว่าไงวิวก่อนแล้วอธิบายว่าไง
ดีนะ
Mr. Rocky, you now here?
Okay.
So it's the time to announce the winner team, right?
Yes. Please do announce the winner, and then back to both of.
We have a special committee from CNS named Kun Piyaka.
Okay.
Yeah, she will announce the winner team for today.
All right. Okay. And for the topic that you decide today, to me, right, it's quite difficult for the student because everybody knows that the nuclear is negative for our Earth. But I understand that it's so difficult for the affirmation team to give the reason why you have to support the nuclear weapon. Is that right? Is that right? Okay, you nod your head, it means that you agree with me. But you know that if you try to think out of the box, there are good many reasons to have nuclear weapon. Like the country, they can be developed in terms of the science and the technology. Similar to North Korea.
Of this competition, as usual, before we start our meeting today, let me introduce the member of my team. First, myself, my name is Fikra Alifanjaya as the first speaker, and then next to me is Nadia Nurulha as the second speaker, and the last is Valentina as the third speaker. And here we are the team from Senior High School Magetan. Okay, for the split team, as the first speaker, I explain why nuclear weapon is dangerous. And then the second speaker will explain about the effect of the nuclear weapon, and the last speaker will summarize about our present explanation. Okay, now let me review your opinion first. The first speaker of affirmative team said that nuclear weapon defense
Rosie, what is that?
question can give a bad impact in
It's from the recorder.
because nuclear explosion have a lot of bad effects that will explain by Nadia. Thank you. And then here we are disagree. Is the South believe that every country should be allowed to have their own nuclear weapon? The energy of a nuclear explosion is released in the form of blast wave, and then thermal radiation are in a heat and nuclear radiation. The distribution of energy in these three forms depends on the yield of the weapon. For nuclear weapon in the kiloton way, the energy is divided in various forms, roughly as 15% blast, 35% thermal, and 15% nuclear radiation. Each one of these forms causes devastation on a scale that is unimaginable. All these effects are discussed separately for a 15 kiloton wave bomb, which was the explosion power of the bomb detonated by the US in Hiroshima during the Second World War.
Can you hear me, everyone?
Of the weapons now possessed by India, Pakistan, North Korea, and would likely be roughly the size weapon created by terrorists. Because of this tremendous amount of energy released in nuclear detonations, temperatures of tens millions of degrees Celsius develop in the immediate area of a nuclear detonation. This compares with the temperatures inside the core of the sun. At these temperatures, everything near ground zero vaporizes. The remaining gases of the weapon, surrounding air, and other material form a fireball.
For chamber 1, if you would like to
like a balloon.
proceed with the feedback, please return to debaters hall, as this room, I think someone is having loudspeaker and forgot to turn their microphone off. It's okay. Hello.
Hello?
I think it's okay. Proceed to the phone.
Okay. Yeah, everyone hear me, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I think that our country should develop nuclear weapon so that we can have more advanced technology. Anyway, let me go back to my comment. We understand that the topic is so difficult, especially for the affirmative team, to give the reason to support the nuclear weapon, because we know by our instinct that nuclear weapon is the negative way to have it. So, however, the reason that you provide, I think that is quite based from the top of your head, why you have only 15 minutes for preparation. But however, I would like you to improve the manner of presentation, right? Because maybe the way that you present, because you're not confident about the topic, that's why it reflects to your manner, how you present and support why the nuclear weapon should be produced and owned by the country. Is that right? That's right. So the way that you present is, we feel that you're not confident at all, three of you. and it's quite that reflect to the message. It's not clear for the benefit for the country to have the nuclear weapon. That is for the SNK 113 Bandung. Maybe for the next time you can be more confident. Whatever you are assigned to do, you have to be confident. That's the key message from me. And for the SNK N11 Bandung, you are quite confident.
Thank you.
Because you know you got very you know the topic very well. You are confident. But however, the matter that you present not quite capture enough of the benefit not having the nuclear weapon. You know, because you keep repeating, saying the same thing to kill the people, create the disease, and the destruction of the environment. But the message of the three persons should be different. Like the first person says something that about the reason. I think that he's sleeping, right? Or he's tired. After he's so confident in his presentation, and now he's sleeping.
You sleeping? Online now, you know.
You are on the broadcasting.
Okay. Or let me sleep.
Because it's late afternoon. Anyway, I try to finish really soon. So for the second person, when you give it should be different. It should be different from the first person. It must be very much different. And for the third person, you must add something and with a summary. So that anyway, but however, the reasons that you provide quite sound to us and it's quite clear. So that for the announcement of the winner, the committee agree to give the winner is the SNKN 111 Bandung.
Thank you.
The margin is number one. The margin is number one. If we have difficulty to decide, because we understand that the topic is quite hard for the affirmative. Okay, but the affirmative team, you need to improve your manner, naka. Presentation skills. When you talk, you need to talk to the camera. You need to set up the camera to be facing to your face, and you must be confident. Whatever topic you will be assigned in the future, you have to be confident in that topic. Okay, that's my comment. Okay, keep it up. Keep up, and you're doing very well. All right. Okay, thank you for the.
I know that he's sleeping.
Yep. I give it.
So it's end for the first hour, right? Rocky? Rocky หายไปแล้ว
He's so
Oh, I think it's we can just end it because no Rocky here, right?
Media.
Media.
What's next?
Media, what's next?
SNKN 13 Bandung, don't be sad. Don't be sad. Smile. Okay? You can still do it now. Okay? And then you try the second round. You are talking okay. You find the reason okay, but you're just not confident. Okay? Improve your confidence. Alright? Okay? Have to be confident, and then you will be the winner.
SMKN
13 Bandung.
Keep fighting.
All right, fighting.
Fighting.
Okay, and be more confident. Right? You know that all the scientists include some voice coming.
I think we cannot do anything. We just only leave that.
All right, we have to go now.
Okay.
All right, students, thank you so much and see you in the next Wednesday.
Okay.
Yes.
See you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.